Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video here on FPL Now. Today we're going to be going over my final wildcard draft for game week 30. So if you're excited for the video, drop a like down below. Leave a comment. Are you thinking of playing your wildcard this week? Subscribe if you're brand new, and let's get into the video. So, starting things off, my goalkeepers have not changed. I'm pretty confident I'm just going to be going into game week 30 with Onana and Petrovic, both double in 37. Petrovic has really nice fixtures over the next 4. As well as that, I'm going to be free hitting in 34 regardless, so I don't have to worry about not owning Raya or somebody like that because I'm just going to free hit them in for that double. And then after that as well, Petrovic is most likely going to double in 35 or 36. Now, of course, as always, Sanchez being back is a little bit worrying, but I still think that Petrovic is going to keep his place. He's been a much better goalkeeper for Chelsea than Sanchez this season, and yeah, I don't know why he would just lose his place, because, like I say, he's been playing really well. Onana, 4.8 mil for just kind of the two fixtures that I'm probably going to be playing him against isn't ideal. Like, I'd play him in game week 34, but obviously I'm free hitting in that week, so I don't really need him for the Sheffield United at home fixture, which, again, isn't the greatest. I feel like if I wasn't on a wild card, Onana would still be an okay keeper to bring in regardless, just simply because, like I say, he does double in 37, has some pretty nice fixtures regarding the Liverpool-Chelsea fixtures. But yeah, so the main fixture that I would probably play him for, I'm not going to play him, but it is what it is. He's mainly in there for the double. He is quite expensive just to be sitting on my bench every week, but it is what it is. Like, this is the majority, like, this is the team that I'm probably going to be going into the end of the season with, like, roughly. Obviously, I'll be making transfers here and there, but yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with what I've got here, really. And again, I'll obviously have to change some things to attack the fixtures, and I'll obviously have to make quite a few transfers building up to 37, but again, that's, you know, way out into the future, so I don't really have to worry about that at this point in time. But yeah, Onana and Petrovic, I think it's pretty much template as well. I think most people that are wildcarding this week are going to have this goalkeeper double up, which is what it is. It's just a really good double up. I do quite also like Petrovic and Areola if you don't have the funds for Onana, because Areola in game week 37 does have Luton at home, so he doesn't double, but it's still a really nice fixture to have for Areola, and he's obviously 0.5 cheaper than Onana, so I don't mind Areola and Petrovic, but obviously for the extra fixtures, it is nice to have Onana and Petrovic. But either way, those are my goalkeepers. I can't see them changing at all. Like I say, we've got press conferences coming out like today and tomorrow. I'm recording this before we've seen any press conferences, so hopefully the yellow flags on my team do turn to normal. But like I say, if there's any like big upsets in the press conference, obviously I'll have to change my team a little bit more. Anyway, though, those are the goalkeepers. At the back, there has been a bit of a mix-up. So we've got Van Heck, Bradley, Gusto, Lascelles, and Udogie. I've gone very cheap at the back. So the biggest kind of worry here is that there's just no Arsenal defense. Now, I've not brought in, of course, I've not confirmed these transfers yet. I do that at like the end of the kind of week before the deadline, just because, you know, you want to get as much information as you can. But like I say, this is what I'm probably going to go with. Gabriel not in the team for 2 reasons, really. In game week 34, I'm just going to free hit him in regardless, so I don't really need him for that. And as well as that, up until like the end of the season, I don't really think that Arsenal are going to keep that many clean sheets. Now, of course, 31, Luton at home, fair play. They are most likely going to keep a clean sheet. But apart from that, they've got City away in 30. I don't think I'd be playing him in that fixture regardless. They've then got Brighton away in 32. I could see them conceding in that game. Brighton do score pretty much in every single match. They've got Aston Villa at home in 33. I don't think they keep a clean sheet in that fixture. In 34, I'm just going to free hit him in. And then in 35, I'll just use Saka for an example here. 35, they've got Spurs away. I can't see them keeping a clean sheet in that fixture. And then they've got Bournemouth at home, United away, and Everton at home. So in regards to the rest of the season, how many clean sheets do Arsenal actually keep? And again, I'm saying this because I've convinced myself that I'm going to get rid of him, but I would really only want him for that Luton at home fixture. Whereas if I get rid of him and bring in someone like Bradley instead, it allows me to keep certain other players that I'll get into later on in the draft. But I just think it benefits me more to get rid of Gabriel instead of other players. And I've still got 0.2 mil in the bank as well with this draft. So I bought Bradley in for Gabriel, who, again, it saves me like 0.8 mil. I didn't do it last night, which obviously Bradley did get the price rise, which is really annoying. I should have done it then. But Bradley, Brighton at home and Sheffield United at home, I'm expecting him to play. Trent is going to be back, hopefully, for the United fixture, so I can get rid of him around then. I can bring in like a Branthwaite or someone like that if need be. But for the next 2 fixtures, like Liverpool at home to Sheffield United, I would argue is better than Arsenal at home. Not better, but like it's just as good, especially because Bradley's a lot more attacking than Gabriel. Now, it is a little bit worrying not owning any Arsenal defenders, but I think Brighton at home and Sheffield United at home is definitely a lot better than City away and then Luton at home. And Bradley should play both of those fixtures as well, especially with Robertson out too, because Gomez could potentially take that right-back spot. But now that Robertson's out, he's probably going to take that left-back spot. Of course, Tsimikas can play there as well, but I think Gomez is more likely to play. Gomez can literally play anywhere. You know, he's played him in like CDM, he's played him left back, right back, centre back. He's played everywhere apart from up front. And goalkeeper. So I'm fine with having Bradley instead of Gabriel. And then Van Heck is there. He's basically going to be bench fodder for the remainder of the season, barring the doubles and stuff. Like, I might play him in 33 when he's got Burnley away, because, you know, Udogie's got Newcastle away. Obviously, Lascelles has got Spurs at home, so they'll be playing each other, so I don't mind playing them then. And I'll probably have Bradley gone by then, and I'll bring in someone like Branthwaite and stuff. The only problem with this is I can only bring in a defender that's up to 4.4 mil, so I can't bring in a 4.5 mil player, which is really, really annoying, because that would have made life so much easier, because there's so many good 4.5 mil defenders out there. But Branthwaite is still a decent option. The only bad thing is I'm kind of putting all my eggs in one basket with bringing in Branthwaite instead of Bradley. But it is what it is. We'll just have to see what happens with that. But yeah, Van Heck is in the team, obviously, just for the doubles and stuff. We've got Gusto, who has some really nice fixtures. Again, he's been pictured in training. He should be fine. Of course, with Reece James back, that's another little bit of an issue. And this may kind of come back to bite me later on in the season. But later on in the season, I'll probably be dropping players like certain midfielders and stuff. Like, I might drop Saka at some point and bring in like Foden, which will give me a little bit more money as well. So there's things like that I can also do. It's just, as of right now, I think this is like a really, really good draft for me, like for my team, for my situation, for my chip strategy and stuff like that. Also got Lascelles as well. Again, no guarantee that he starts, which is also a little bit worrying, but he should start. Like, Newcastle fans believe that he will start, because obviously Botman's out now for, you know, the remainder of the season, probably the rest of the year. So yeah, 3.9 mil Lascelles, very happy having him in the squad. And then Udogie, I definitely need the Spurs players in this draft, because obviously they're going to be doubling in 35 or 36. A lot of people are going to be dead ending into 34, and then obviously wildcarding in 35 and having triple Spurs, triple Chelsea. So if I've got that already, it's not too bad. So yeah, that's the back line. I do quite like it. Obviously, there's a few like not errors, but there's a few like worries in there. But as of right now, this hasn't been a great season for clean sheets, you know. And I feel like Gusto and Bradley are, and Udogie are probably three of the best options to have this year that are like really, really cheap. Obviously, you've got the likes of Trent, Porro, Trippier and stuff. But, you know, Trent and Trippier are injured at the moment. Trippier might be back. You know, you don't know if that's going to be the case. And then Porro is like 0.8 more expensive than Udogie, so there's just no point of going him when they've got similar numbers. But anyway, that's the back line. In midfield, it has not changed. It is as you were. It is Saka, Salah, Palmer, Garnacho, and Son. Again, I can't afford anyone else. I've got 0.2 mil in the bank. But I do really like this midfield. You know, I think this is going to set me up very well as well. Like, I've got Garnacho in there for double 37, as well as Onana, obviously. So I've got two United players already for double 37. I've got Palmer in there. He's not going anywhere. Obviously, I'm going to be keeping Son. Son could potentially be like not a player that I get rid of anytime soon, but it could be a player that I choose somebody else instead, like a Maddison or someone, if I definitely need funds. But I don't think I really want to be getting rid of Son anytime soon. He's going to be so highly owned, especially for the doubles. He's going to be like captained and stuff like that. So yeah, I think I just keep him. I don't know why I said that. I think I just keep him. It's just it's silly to think about getting rid of him. So yeah, that's Son, Garnacho, Palmer, Salah this week again. I think he's probably going to have a couple more price, not a couple more, but I think he'll have one more price rise by the time that Game Week 30 deadline rolls around. So yeah, he's going to go up to 13.2. By now, so that's something that I'm very happy that I brought in early and got him for 13 mil, because like I say, if he was 13.2 and I did wait to do this wildcard, I'd just be able to do it. But obviously, if anyone else has a price rise, then obviously it's GG's. And then Saka also 8.8 mil. Again, he might even be injured. If Saka's injured, then I'm probably going to bring in somebody like Havertz or someone like that who's a lot cheaper, and then I can just proper upgrade the defense. So yeah, we kind of need this Saka news really and see if he's okay. If he's out for like a few weeks, then, you know, because these game weeks going to come thick and fast now. So if he's out for City and Luton, then yeah, there's not really much point in me owning him, because I don't really need him for Brighton and Villa, and I can just free hit him in 34. So yeah, it'd probably be somebody like Havertz that I bring in. Maybe double Spurs. You know, I could always bring in Maddison instead, or even Foden or something like that. Anyway, though, that is the midfield, the defense, and the goalkeepers. And up top, I'm keeping Watkins. I'm able to keep Watkins because of downgrading Gabriel to Bradley and then Haaland and Isak. I really like this up front. You know, I really, really do. And I understand that people are like, why aren't you just bringing Darwin in? He's on 8 yellows. You know, if he does get a yellow at the weekend against Brighton, then, you know, he gets, what is it, a 2-game ban or something like that if he picks up 10 yellows. And that might affect him for like the double and stuff. Again, it's not a massive issue for me because I can always just free hit in 34 and not have him in the team. But he's a little bit of a minutes risk. He's a bit injury prone. He's on the 8 yellows. I just don't really think it's necessarily a good thing to own him. It's either like Gabriel and Darwin or Watkins and Bradley. And I think Watkins and Bradley for like the next few fixtures are much better. I understand that Watkins got City and Arsenal in his next 4, but he's also got Wolves, Brentford and Bournemouth. And he's the highest scoring player in FPL, and I just can't bring myself to get rid of him. And I don't really want to go... Like, if everything goes wrong, I can always just get rid of him next week. I can just have him for Wolves at home, and then I can always just get rid of him for City away, bring in someone like Solanke or Darwin if I need to, or somebody else, and then that just frees up a lot more funds anyway. So the fact that I can be in this position and keep Watkins and still have a relatively good defense, I'm very okay with. And then obviously Haaland's going to be in the draft as well, obviously. Isak is another player that's very injury prone, but he's going to be very highly owned. Like, not a lot of people are going to be wildcarding in 30. And so I think if he does go big against like West Ham, Everton, as long as he can stay fit, then he's going to be an exceptional player to own, especially because of the double in 37. And whilst Wilson's out, he's going to start every single fixture. He's on penalties, and a lot of the goals are going to come through Isak, whether he's assisting or scoring. Like, he's going to be in a lot of it. So yeah, I'm more than happy with this team. I think it looks very good on paper. It's obviously a 3-4-3 formation. This week I would just play Bradley, Gusto, and Udogie. I'd play Petrovic in goal. My midfield would be Saka, Salah, Palmer, and... No, Saka, Salah, Palmer, and Son. Maybe Garnacho instead of Saka. I'm not 100% sure about that yet. It depends on what is said in the press conference. And then obviously my strikers are all going to play as well. So I actually really like this draft. You know, I've got an okay... I've got an okay transfer, whatever it's called, transfer value, team value. So I think that's the reason why I can make this, because again, I'm 0.2 out. So yeah, I'm quite happy with it. I think I'm going to pull the trigger on this, and yeah, I think this is going to be my Game Week 30 team. Of course, if anything happens in the press conference, then I may make a video tomorrow if there's like a massive change. Like if there's certain players that are out, like if Saka's out, for example, I may have to rejiggle the squad and stuff. So I'm okay doing that. But as of right now, this is going to be my 30 team. But anyway, let me know your thoughts on it. Do you think it's a good team or not? Again, I don't have to attack 34 with this team because I've got a free hit 34, so just keep that in mind. Bench boost 37. Hopefully finish in the top. I'm going for a top 5k finish. I'm currently like 4,000 in the world or something like that, so I'm going for a top 5k finish. We'll see if we'll get that. Top 1k would be insane, but again, we'll see what happens. But yeah, thank you for watching. Subscribe if you're brand new, ring the notification bell, and until next time,